Okie dokie. So we're back with Lex. I'm going to turn the light off. We've got to talk about this Easter egg, man. Lex is doing some dancing, man. So we've got to talk about this new Easter egg. This is a cross-map Easter egg. It's on Gorod Krovi, it's on Zetsubou no Shima, it's on Der Eisendrache, and it's on the Giant, but it's not on Shadows of Evil. It's just here, as you can see, below the post-it note that we've got on screen. And what it is it's a ring, and inside the ring there is a stopwatch, okay? That's what we've got on the game's HUD. And like I just said, it's on those 4 maps, but it isn't on Shadows. Now, there are multiple things that we sort of saw at first that we thought were really interesting about this, and we started investigating. One of them is that it's the exact same logo that we're seeing as the Time Attack logo. This is just a screenshot from a game that I had earlier today, or Lex was playing earlier today. The Time Attack logo, as you can see, is the exact same thing, the circle with the clock inside it. So that was our first clue as to what's going on here. The next clue was that in-game, if you get a max ammo, the thing disappears. The little logo goes away. The newly added cross-map Easter egg clock, or whatever you want to call it, just completely goes away, and as far as I'm aware, it never comes back in that game. If you start a new game, it'll be back again until you get a max. So it's extremely peculiar that maxes seem to rid your game of this new logo, right? Then, Dr. Little Robot, Fruckbat, and Chucky all had the extremely interesting idea that maybe, just maybe, getting the actual regular Time Attack would also get rid of it on the screen here. And so that's why Lex is here. Heyo! He's basically powering through the rounds as fast as he can because his goal in this game is to get a Time Attack for us, and what we're hopefully going to be seeing, what will confirm the theory I'm about to bring to you guys, is that getting the Time Attack will also remove that logo from the screen. And I just want to show you, just to make sure that you don't doubt what's going on here. It is very much still there. You'll see it just momentarily. There you go. You can still see it absolutely there in the game's HUD. And that's the key word. It's in the game's HUD. It's actually part of the HUD itself. And that's why in Shadows, we don't see it, okay? So the fact that it's in the HUD in itself is not particularly revelatory. There's nothing really about that that is very amazing or anything like that. But it's when we consider that fact with the other bits of evidence that we discovered that we really, I guess, decide on the true nature of what's going on here. So what I'm thinking is happening, and what Dr. Lil Robot and Fruckbat and Chucky have all suggested as well, is that what we're essentially seeing is a layer. Okay? Think about Photoshop. Think about if you have a Photoshop document and you have a series of layers. In a Photoshop document with a series of layers, if you want to hide one and save it for later, what do you normally do? You just click hide. You're done. But if you're being lazy, what you could also do is you could drag the opacity down from 100% to 0%. And then you can still drag it around and move it around over your screen. You can still delete the layer, you can still edit it, you can still do things to it, but its opacity is on 0. And then you can bring the opacity back up and save it for later or whatever. Avoid that max, fam. Avoid that max.
I know.
Yeah, baby. So what I think has happened here is Treyarch has been playing around with the HUD in the game. They've been just messing about, doing something, we don't really know what, but some dev at Treyarch HQ has been fiddling with the HUD. And this is the HUD that goes across the Giant all the way to this map, Gorod Krovi, okay? And so what they've done is they've been a bit lazy, they've been fiddling with it, and so they've decided, instead of just hiding the layer, to bring the opacity down to what they thought was 0. And in that case, we would never see anything and all would be well. However, they haven't brought it down to 0%, and so what's happened here is it's remained on the screen. It's remained there, and that's why we can still see it. Now, the question you're going to be asking is, why on earth? Why on earth, as I go across Lex here, I just want to zoom in on this thing so you can still see that it's there. Where is it? Where is it? It's still there. Yep, you can see it still. He's going to be finishing the round nice and fast, though. Why on earth would it disappear when we got the max ammo or the Time Attack? Like, clearly if it's a layer there, then that's fine, but surely that layer shouldn't just disappear. Well, what's happening, and there you go, Time Attack, okay? And as you can see, look in the sky. Yeah, you can definitely see it's gone. It's completely gone. So getting the time attack completed just deleted that from the game, from existence, from the HUD. It's gone completely. And so the prevailing theory, like I was just saying, is that if you get a max ammo or you get a time attack, what happens is it basically takes what is currently in the game's, I guess, memory, if you like. It's in that particular position in the HUD, and it just boots it out. It says, nope, you're going, sir, you're not staying here, out you go, and it replaces it with the max ammo, which is a temporary thing that comes up in the middle of the screen. It says max ammo. Or it comes up with the time attack logo and it says, congratulations, you completed your trial, time attack complete, and then that goes away. And so, because it's the same function, because it's occupying the same space in the HUD, careful Lex, watch it bro, watch it. Because it's occupying the same space in the HUD, the same function is being called here, what's happening is, in the game, you start off and you have it loaded into the HUD. It's in that position where the post-it note was, but then as soon as you get something that also occupies that same space in the game, as soon as you get something that uses that very same function, the new one overwrites what's there at the beginning, which is the new cross-map Easter egg, and thus it is deleted from your HUD and it goes away, which makes me think that this is a glitch. It makes me think that this is an error on Treyarch's part. I would love to be wrong. I'm going to zoom in on the post-it note once again just so you can see that it's definitely disappeared. I would love to be incorrect about this, guys. Watch it, Lex, you absolute cheeky monkey. Holy smokes, this guy's playing with my emotions right now, man. All right, that's enough. So, I really would love for this to be a cross-map Easter egg related to, like, the ritual worms or something, but honestly, at this point, I just think it's Treyarch messing up, they've been a bit lazy, and it's bitten them on the booty. So, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. I'm going to continue to investigate this, by all means, just in case there is something, but for now, my assumption, due to the reasons that I've mentioned in this video, is that this is a glitch. It's a cross-map glitch, because the Giants' HUD is cross-map. It's the same thing shared across the maps, and that's why we see it throughout, and that's why it goes away when we get the max and we get the time attack. So thanks for watching, guys. I've been MrRoflWaffles. This has been a MrTLexify.
Mr. T!
Yeah, baby.
I'm just trying to survive over here.
Yeah, man. He's just playing some zombies at friggin' 2:30 a.m. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I've explained this nice and clearly. It's super late, so sorry if it's been a little unclear. I've done my best, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.